So if you're watching this video, you're probably asking yourself if you should move to New York City alone. I know that this can be extremely overwhelming when you're kind of thinking about this process, because New York City already is a big, gigantic, scary city, and being alone just makes it that much more scary. So when I first came to New York City in my early 20s to work here full time, I did move to New York City alone. Now, I want to make this very clear, and if anyone has watched my videos before, they probably know this already, but if you haven't, welcome. And I do want to make this clear because I did not move to New York City. I actually ended up living right outside of Hoboken in a town called Weehawken, a few streets outside of Hoboken, where my first apartment was, while working in New York City full time. So I say moving to New York City for the first time full time, but I wasn't technically living in New York City. I was living in Jersey. Now, I know a lot of people have their opinions on that. Feel free to share them in the comments. I'm a residential real estate agent in Manhattan, and I still love New Jersey to this day. So I'm not going to be one of those people who hates on Jersey but lives in Manhattan. I'm just not one of those people. So I definitely want to make that clear because my apartment was technically not in New York City, and I never try to lie on this channel about anything. At the same time, it was the same concept, and I had roommates there just like I would have in Manhattan. I really do believe that you will have a better experience when coming to New York City for the first time if you put yourself out there. And it's a lot easier to put yourself out there, meet new people when you're alone because you have no choice. Now, I'm not saying that if you come to New York City with friends or someone that you're dating, that you're not going to be able to do that as well, but you're kind of leaning more towards that other person because you're so comfortable with that person already. So you're either trying to meet people together or you're just not really trying to go out of your way to meet people at all because you're just so comfortable with each other. And that's just how humans are. Now, I didn't have anybody to move to New York City with, so I was 100% on my own. And when I look back on it, I'm actually very happy I was, because I don't know if I would have had the same experience if I moved to New York City with someone else. I'm definitely not saying don't move to New York City with a friend or don't move to New York City with someone you're in a relationship with, but I really do want you to just still adapt that mindset of getting out of your comfort zone and meeting people on your own, even if you're with somebody else, because you can always make separate friends and then bring them together at some point to like add into one big friend group. I think that's like the most ideal way to do it. So I really do think that if you are alone in New York City, you will meet friends faster and you will get out of your comfort zone because you have no choice, and that's what it's going to take to really build a life in New York City. So I want you to also remember that there are tons of people every year who are moving to New York City for the first time by themselves. So it might seem extremely lonely when you're doing it, but however, if you go out of your way to meet people, you'll realize how many other people are in the same exact boat as you. I want you to remember that, because when you're feeling lonely or like you didn't make the right decision, remember that other people are there doing the same exact thing you are. You just gotta find them. So I hope this video helped you kind of consider a few points about moving to New York City alone for the first time. And I would love if you guys can like share your experiences in the comments, or even just like any of your questions or concerns about the topic, because as always, I really love hearing from you guys, and I really do think it just helps the community as a whole.